Hey YouTube, I was gone most of this week for work. While I was gone, I had several goodies that I had ordered for the boat that happened to show up. So full plan today was to get out there. I wanted to do a before and after. One of the main things that I got was some stuff, a bit of exhaust work. So I'm gonna put a stainless works exhaust on the boat and see how I like it. I'll get into detail in a second on why I picked that out. But I wanted to get out there and do a before and after, show the sound out on the water, drive-bys, stuff like that. But woke up this morning and it's actually about 5 degrees colder than it was when I woke up. Wind's blowing. I really don't feel like getting out there. Sent Zach a text waiting on him. If I can drag him out on the bayou with me, I'll do a before and after. If I got to do it by myself, I may just have an after. So if there is a before video in here, that meant I decided to do it. Really don't feel like getting out there and getting cold this morning. So I'm gonna go, I've already shuffled the vehicles around. I'm gonna go get the boat in the garage. I got a couple other things I'll show. I will get started. Here, I was looking at exhaust. I have a friend of mine that has been all around these motors for years. He suggested that I go with Stainless Works. I have a history with Stainless Works. I had Stainless Works exhaust on my 555 big block in my 82 and loved them. I don't want anything loud, so a lot of these people, a lot of these, I won't say kids, I'm sure it's grown men doing the same thing. A lot of people want these boats loud. I do not want my boat loud. I want my boat a deeper tone, but I don't want loud. Some of these things are absolutely obnoxious. So what I went with is the Stainless Works. I'm told it's the best sounding one. You get on the internet, it's very hard to find any kind of before and after and actually see how loud these things are. Do they sound okay? What kind of tone is it? So I want to go into a little bit of detail on that, because I was looking for the information. I couldn't find anything. I'm sure other people are looking as well. You can get on TikTok, you can find a bunch of stuff, but then you're dealing with TikTok videos. So I have no idea. I don't see any installation instructions on this, but I'm pretty sure we can figure it out. We're gonna pull this stock exhaust off, throw that on there. I'll swap my 3-blade prop back on. Like the 2-blade. Will say that I like the way the 3-blade prop runs a lot better than the way the 2-blade prop runs. But 2-blade is definitely faster. One thing I noticed about this boat, I was running 31 miles an hour with me, Zach, and Presley in the boat. And then I was also running 31 miles an hour with just me in the boat. So this boat does not seem to care how much load it is. It doesn't really slow it down. I like that. It's not a speed demon boat anyway. Didn't buy it for speed. 3-blade prop runs smoother, reverses a lot better, but it also slowed the boat down a little bit. I have since adjusted the trim tab down just a hair, and I only did it right here in the middle, and I didn't go, you can see, I didn't make a huge adjustment. Kept it from porpoising. So I'll show you how to swap this prop out. This is ridiculously simple to swap this out. It doesn't take any amount of time to do this. Look at this one. 1 1/16. It is a nylock nut on here. So there there. It's off. Got the washer and the nylock nut. I'll keep that one. I'll put it back in the boat just so I have a spare. If something happens on the water, I keep tools in here. Then a new prop. This will go on the inside. So in case you ever don't know how to swap one out, your nut will be recessed, so you have an extruded part on these XD shafts. Which way you face it going on does not matter as far as how it's clocked. Just have a forward and reverse. But you can look at the blades and also tell this is a counterclockwise rotation. So it's going to rotate counterclockwise. We're standing at the back of the boat. Don't need to over tighten that. It's not going anywhere with the nylock. Let's see, what else did I get? I'm gonna throw the tags on the boat trailer real quick. Then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do about this exhaust. If I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to. So I get that done, I'm gonna figure out, am I gonna run on the bayou? Do I feel like messing with high water, cold temperatures, putting more clothes on? I really don't. We'll see what happens. Either way, you'll find out here in a second what took place. Alright, it looks like I'm probably not gonna get out there on the bayou before I swap this thing out. Do a before shot on the exhaust. This is factory exhaust. Not ungodly loud. You can actually talk over it if you're going down the lake, but I don't like the sound of it. Ooh, that scared me. A little cold. Yeah, I jumped. What you didn't see was where the exhaust was blowing back here. I had some stuff sitting up here on the shelf. When it backfired, it actually shot a little bit of air and some stuff bounced back at me. Oh, I thought it got me. Thought I was a goner. Y'all were gonna have to call, report me missing, dead, something. One thing I don't know, and somebody, if you happen to know and can leave me a comment, right now, this prop runs, it looks like the boat's trying to run 40 miles an hour, sitting here idling in neutral. I think the belt will kind of break in a little bit. That's what I'm assuming. There's only probably 6 or 7 hours. I can't see it. I don't feel like turning the key on because I'm lazy, but I think when the belt breaks in, that'll probably loosen up a little bit. I know it will always spin in neutral, but it seems to be pretty damn fast spinning in neutral out of the water. Mud will probably stop it. But yeah, I'm gonna set up and run through this. I'm gonna take this stuff apart, see what all we got, because I don't know what all we're looking at here. Let's see. We got, that's gonna be the exhaust clamps, I know, and that is also gonna be the clamp for the heat shield. Looks like we have got a mounting bracket. That looks like it is going to mount, well, I'm going to assume it's going to mount in there. So it looks like I will take some bolts out of there and the bolts out of that bracket. And that looks like a heat shield right there. So it seems to be the right bolt pattern. We'll figure that out when we get the other one off. Looks like we have manifold slip joints. So that's where the little brackets are going to go. So the manifold, that'll go to the manifold. Both on the heads. Looks like they, see, there's some donuts there. Seems to be, that's going to be for the clamps. And I believe we're gonna use all the factory hardware, so it seems. I don't see any other hardware in here. I'll pull all this paper out. Y'all hang on. Yep, looks like we'll be using factory exhaust bolts because I don't see anything else. So we're gonna have clamps there. This will be, that'll be the top rear. So let me set this up somewhere. This is not working out for you guys very well at all, is it? I'll tell you what, pop this drawer out. Stick you on right there. All right, you can hang tight. Looks like this will go here. Figure out where I want to set those. Probably angle them down a little bit. And we'll have, these are going to bolt onto the manifolds. This is going to be the heat shield bracket for the bottom, where it'll sit on. Looks like we use the bolts that are already in it there. That's going to go strap that down. Those are going to go around there. And then these are spacers. So I'm going to assume, yes, so it looks like, if I'm looking at this right, we got these little spacers here. There's two of them. What I'm thinking they're probably going to do, oh, by the way, there's no instructions. Looks like this bolt right here is going to come out. Is that it? Yes, it looks like this bolt right here is going to be taken out, and then I believe this one right here is going to be taken out. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, it looks like there's a little bit of space difference there. So I'm going to assume if I put that one right there, it should be even. I believe that's where these are going to go. So I'm going to run this exhaust for a little bit longer. I'm going to try to get these, yeah, they're warm, but they're not hot. I'm gonna get those heated up a little bit more, so they're gonna be easier to take out. Motor's very few hours on it. These should be okay, but I'm still gonna take that precaution, let it idle a little bit, build a little heat in it, and then pop her off of there. We'll see what happens. All right, I may want to do a time lapse. I may speed this up in post, but it looks like everything's gonna be fairly simple. I'm gonna snatching stuff apart. I believe everything's gonna be 12 millimeter. Appears to be all 12 millimeter. It looks like there's going to be a couple of those in there that are going to be a little aggravating to get to. But we'll find out here shortly. Could use an impact, but I think with everything being fairly new, I shouldn't have to get too crazy. Since they didn't send any instructions, I don't know how many ugga-duggas everything's supposed to get. That means it needs to be torqued to factory specs. But we're going to torque everything to German specs. If you're ever watching car shows and they say torque it to spec, means when they turn the camera off, they give it one last little ump because they don't know the torque specs either. Bunch of little washers. I'm just putting everything back exactly how I found it. All right. Looks like I'm gonna need to take these off. Now, if y'all will, remember where all these bolts go, so when I forget here in a little bit, I can ask someone to tell me. Great. Oil line right in the way. Lipstick tube. The perfect spot to be right in the bad spot. And I'm chipping all the paint off of these bolts. I'll be in here with a tiny paintbrush trying to get all that junk back like it was, because I'm OCD and it bothers me. Alright, so that bracket, there's the 4 bolts there. Looks like all I got left right now is going to be the exhaust manifold bolts. Did I get it tight enough or get it hot enough? And it looks like I did. Got it just hot enough that I can still touch it, but also just hot enough that they broke easily. If you ever have exhaust manifold bolts or something like that you're having trouble with, let it idle. You don't want to get it so hot that you can't stand to be around everything and you're burning yourself every 2 seconds. But it'll help you out a lot. You're getting it warm, throw some heat in it. And luckily there's just enough room here that you can get an open end wrench. Cannot get a ratchet and a socket in here. And you also can't get a ratchet wrench in here. Love it. At least the bottom ones, I can cheat a little bit. Zach did text me. In case you're wondering who Zach is, he's my neighbor across the street. He's the other one of the Bayou Boys that just changed his channel is named after. I was hoping I was going to wrangle him into this, but he did text me back. His wife Shay has him bowed up doing dad duties, husband duties. Holy smokes, we have an exhaust off. And factory exhaust gone. Put it right here in that box where it's too hot to catch all that paper on fire and burn everything down. Make really good content. Now, I believe that bracket is going to go away. The factory bracket right there. Because I believe we're going to end up mounting this in here. And it looks like that bracket could actually stay. There's a fuse stuck to that is zip tied. So one of the fuses is zip tied to this bracket right here. I know I'm gonna have to pull this bolt out, and it looks like this bolt out. I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but I'm gonna snatch them out anyway. Why is the dipstick tube right in the freaking way? I believe this is nothing but a heat shield. I think these are going to be blind holes in the side of the head. Do need to make sure they're blind holes. Yes, that is a blind hole, so we're okay there. Alright, that bolt there is for the blind hole. Don't let me lose that one. Because we are literally playing this by ear with no idea what we're doing. Oh, luckily the dipstick tube is entirely in the way. Minute just enough to probably crack it and break it, fall off in there, and I'll be looking for it. Motor probably blow up, but all right. So now we got that out of there. Let's go see what she looks like down here. And it looks like I could actually leave that bracket on there. It really truly does. But it's gonna vibrate like crazy and probably rattle and drive me bat crap crazy. How hard is that gonna be to get off there? Actually, it's not gonna be hard at all. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. But that nut right there may mean that I'm leaving this sucker on there. Because I don't think I can do it. Looks like this was put on after that nut right there. Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Uh-huh. Well, me. Well, that actually worked better than I thought. Now I'm gonna stick this nut right back on there where it was. Just so if I ever need it, it's not lost. And I believe this one's gonna be the same way. I know you can't see it, but where they have the factory fuse, and I don't know what fuse that's for, but what I may do is just move this out of the way so that that fuse is still zip tied right there. It probably won't look the best, but who's gonna see it? So now let's see where this goes. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And that other one's kind of out of the way. I'm actually probably gonna move it up a little bit, but get all this junk started. See what happens. All right, that little spacer, where'd it go? Oh, great. Hope y'all are paying attention, because I'm not. One of us needs to know what we're doing. It's going to have to be one of y'all, because I sure as hell don't. All right, so these little spacers that I had, let's see what those are. I'm going to assume it's going to go right there in a little spot. So, stainless works. I would appreciate it if y'all didn't assume we knew what the hell we're doing. Some of us aren't very bright. Because if I get this right, just know that it was sheer luck. 100% sheer luck. Oh, can't find the hole. Giggity. Oh my God. Really? Do we have to have a dipstick too? I mean, how important is this dipstick too? I'm gonna have to edit that out because I'm pretty sure I said it wrong. But I mean, is it necessary? Because it's really a right way. Back these off. Maybe she needs to wiggle a little bit. Maybe she's a wiggler. Well, yeah, no. Do I have the wrong bolt? What is going on right here? I didn't put this one in first. Oh, by golly. Tell you what. Don't let me lose that. Well, that was it. Apparently you got to put that one in first. Apparently, my heads are too far apart. This is not fitting. Just wasn't holding my mouth right. All right, so this all appears to be correct. You just got to break the dipstick in half and then put everything together and take it back apart twice. You got to get it tight, but don't strip it. Fuse is still there now. All right. So, if my intuition is correct and lack of instructions, where are the exhaust manifold gaskets? They stayed there. Manifold gaskets look okay. Everything seems to be fine. Hunky-dory, A-okay. We're good. It doesn't say to use red Loctite. I'm probably gonna get hounded for using red Loctite, but I'm gonna put a little bit in there because these bitches vibrate like crazy. So, I'm sure I'm messing up, but I'm not a mechanic. Never have claimed to be. Just really good at breaking stuff. Click, click, click. Click. Perfect. Oh, there you go. Click. Oh, there we go. One more again. So, Alan, if you watch this, am I screwing up by putting the red Loctite? Probably so. I know you'll let me know either way. Sure, I'll get a text about it. Shouldn't do that. Okay. click. Turn it up a bit. Click, 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 click. There we go. All right, let's see here. So those clamps are gonna go there. All right, so apparently, you don't do it in this order. Apparently you put those on the exhaust first. Hopefully Loctite hadn't set up yet. Go to reverse with my torque wrench. So just so you know, according to the instructions that weren't in the box, you have to put this inside the exhaust because it will not clear the heat shield, which is apparently going to be the only way that these stay on. So they must be slip joints because there's only clamps for the top. I'm gonna call them the bull horns. Now, am I supposed to re-Loctite that? I don't like, I wanted some never sees on there, but apparently I don't have any here today for some reason. I couldn't see it in my drawer anyway. All right, let's try this one more again. So, looks like you put these in here, put those little pieces in there, and then you knock the exhaust bolts out, or knock the gaskets off. Yeah, I guess I can re-Loctite that off. So if I was not supposed to put Loctite on this and it was a bad idea, I'm doing it twice and not just once. I don't like to screw things up big time. Well, I've done dumber stuff, I'm sure. Probably won't even be the worst decision I make today. I'm really actually questioning this whole Loctite thing. I have a feeling I'm screwing up putting on there. And why won't you? Oh, great. 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 It won't go on there. Why won't it fit? What is going on here? Nothing is working. I mean, we are way the hell out of whack here. What's going on? Don't get it. Not understanding. Not understanding anything. We're way off. Like, it ain't even anywhere close to going in. I mean, nothing anywhere. This is not going to work, is what I'm saying. What's out of square? We're not hitting anywhere. Shit's just bent out of spec. I mean, we're not even in the same ballpark over here. I mean, this is like, when I say off, I mean, this is like not even close. I don't get it. I really and truly don't get it. So I've got the camera going. This is not wanting to go together right.
Has it always been here?
No, that's what I'm putting on right now.
Is it gonna sound different?
Yep.
How are you gonna be able to put the cover back on it?
Put the what?
The cover back on it? Was there a cover?
I don't have a cover, buddy. I don't have a cover.
Oh, I thought there was a cover that went over that.
Went over what?
The
Cover?
Yeah, like I thought there was a cover that went right here. Like,
What kind of cover are you talking about?
I don't know, just like a little thing you could screw on and off.
Apparently their jig they used to weld this up is a little bit off.
Is it gonna be louder or quieter? Or
I don't think it's gonna be a lot louder because I don't want it to be louder, but I want it to sound better. Does that make sense? I didn't have to Loctite this bolt because I cross-threaded it. That's nature's Loctite.
Do you like the new camera?
So far, it's recording right now. So far, I like it.
Are you doing a YouTube video?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's gonna be the first one that I'm in.
Oh, dang it, I forgot to torque everything. Click. 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 There you go. All torqued. Alright, well, these look like they're gonna be 10 millimeter.
Your other video got 369 views so far.
Yeah? 11 millimeter.
So is this like the second video you posted?
Will be. But just so you know, I'm not putting music over this part.
right back, okay? That's pitiful.
Camera's on. Behind me. Come through, I'm just saying. You're gonna sound retarded. Keep talking to the dogs. Alright, that one's torqued to German specs too. Guten Tag. Now, I don't know why. I should have gotten an impact out on that one. Or at least battery operated impact. I'm gonna run this one down a little further. My OCD is gonna make sure it's perfect. And you know what I didn't do? Those doggone exhaust fans should have been put on a long time ago. And I didn't put it on there. And I'm not taking it back out of the manifold. So, as per usual, the instructions that didn't exist, I was not smart enough to figure it out without them. Find your key. Alright. So yeah, these bands are supposed to go right there. But some idiot didn't put them on at the right time. I'm not going to call any names, but I'm pretty sure it was me. And it looks like my best bet is going to be turn that way. I'm going to put it this way. Exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these bolts in the back. Really? What do you mean you won't go through there? What are you trying to tell me? Why are you not going? Oh my gosh. That's working. That's not gonna work. Did not know I was going to need a cheater pipe. This dude will literally not turn through here. Well, actually not turn. What in the world is happening? I'm not understanding this. What can you possibly get hung up on? What is there to even hang on? How can that even happen? That does not make any sense. Oh, because I'm stupid. Let's do the other side of it. Surprised I figured that out before I broke it. I usually don't. I usually figure it out right after I snap it off and then have to order a new part. I was only partially stupid that time. It's crazy. It never happens that way. Now, I know what I'm gonna do this time. That looks pretty good there. Yeah, much better. Why didn't you think of that earlier? I wish somebody would have said something. Y'all let me do that the hard way the first time. Alright, everything is snugged up. Y'all ready for this? Let me get my phone out as well. Too bad. That's exactly what I wanted. I'll find out what it's like when I get it out on the water. But I didn't want loud. I didn't want obnoxious. I didn't want it to sound like a Harley. I like it. So we'll see how it goes. Heck, the installation wasn't all that bad, to be honest with you. It would have been easier was I not an idiot. But it wasn't too bad. So those little spacers, they go in there. The little bracket, what I did, so I removed this bracket from this side. I just took it off. And then there's one on this side. I left that one because that's where the fuse was. So I just got it out of the way. Nobody's gonna see that. If they're looking that close, you know what? Go look at somebody else's boat. I don't care. And hey, that's all I got. We'll get some on the water footage and see what happens. I doubt today. Oh, and I also just discovered four-wheeler's got another flat tire. Jeez, story of my life. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.